the stone and the stupa. For hundreds of years, the hill had no name, for it was simply the hill. Upon its crest grew an olive tree, ancient and wild, whose roots held the soil fast against the wind. When the invisible line dividing the world into two nations, the north and the south, was drawn, the tree stood exactly astride it. The olives, when ripe, tasted of salt, sun, and deep earth. An ancient agreement, passed down from grandfathers to children, decreed that the yearly harvest belonged to whomever the branches touched. Linos, representing the north, would collect only from the westward sweep. Olea, representing the south, gathered the easterly yield. They never crossed the line. This ritual of respectful sharing endured, a quiet annual lesson in sufficiency and peace. The tree was not a border marker, but a silent shared bounty. But time is not always kind to quiet things. Whispers of rigid lines and territorial pride began to drift up the slopes, carried on the chill winds of distant capitals. One autumn, the harvest never began. Barbed wire appeared on the slopes below, not touching the hill itself, but closing the roads leading to it. Men in harsh uniforms arrived, setting up posts and digging trenches. The unspoken boundary of tradition was replaced by a visible, metallic scar. Linos watched from his side, heavy-hearted. From her side, Olea could hear the sharp, clipped commands and the grinding sounds of heavy machinery. The hill, once the place of agreement, became the focal point of mutual, anxious observation. The two nations stared across the valley, their shared history held hostage by the tension tightening like a rope. Then came the noise, a terrible, shattering roar that ripped the evening air. The conflict, long simmering in the distance, had arrived at the hill. Smoke and dust obscured the tree entirely. When the silence returned, it was vast and empty, punctured only by the hiss of embers. The next morning, Linos climbed slowly through the debris. The sight of the decimated trunk, split vertically, stripped of life, was a deeper wound than any shrapnel. It was the destruction of hundreds of years of shared truth. Linos reached the center, dropping to his knees near the stump. He heard slow footsteps approaching from the other side, crunching on gravel. Olea looked at Linos, not as a representative of the enemy nation, but as a fellow mourner. "It held us together," she whispered. Linos nodded,